Hello, everyone. It is that time again for the director's commentary. I am James Morris. I wrote and directed episode 5 of the witching season, Is That You?, with a story conceived by me and the one and only Michael Balliff. Several months ago, actually. The idea actually was conceived before we even started work on episode 4. This was actually going to be Michael's next directorial episode, but he kind of got hung up on a couple things about the idea and decided to go for something bigger, which ultimately did pay off. For those of you who have seen episode 4, you know the sheer scale of that project, and so that was fine with me. But I liked the idea enough that I wanted to carry it on, so I decided to fit it in here at the end. Those who follow the series know that this is the first time we've used drones in our aerial photography, and Balliff actually really perfected it already. He went out and got the drone, and he's been doing tests and all kinds of fun stuff ever since he got it. So I was really excited to use some of our new capabilities in this episode. The original shot was actually going to come from over a lake, because we thought about having this creature come out of the water and then come into the town to stalk it. But we kind of decided to have her come from the wilderness instead of the water. And those of you who watch the series also know that on my episodes I love big titles. So I love big titles, and I cannot lie. So there's a lot of fun connections in this episode by design. So Jenny is actually voiced by my sister, Michelle. And so we thought we'd bring her in to have a part in it, and she did a good job. So there's Chef Tony. There's Michael's character from Killer on the Loose. And then obviously she settles on the show Halloween special taking place in the Booth House, which is the haunted house in episode 4. So we really took the shared universe idea and tied a lot of things together in this episode. And I will give full credit for Count Spookula to Michael. He's the one who really wanted to shoot a unique special for the episode. I was content just to kind of screen clips from other projects we've done and maybe some clips from Michael's previous zombie film, but he really felt passionate about having it be a unique thing that she was watching. And I'm glad we did. It turned out pretty funny.
Come on, that was awesome.
And this is our dear friend Charla, who really went above and beyond. She's done some pretty fun commercials and some really professional projects, and we were glad to have her come on board.
So, is Jenny coming over?
Now, fun fact, Carly, who plays the lead in this episode, is actually the older sister of Emily, who played the lead in Princess, episode 2. And when we auditioned for Princess, we actually had Carly and Emily read, and we were thinking about having them, having Carly do it, but she was just a tad too old, and so we thought we'd hold off and save her for a later episode. Now this is fun too, because the guy in the Spider-Man mask is actually Sam, my younger brother, and the other trick-or-treater is Rachel, my other sister, who has followed the series and wanted to be in it, so we thought we'd get her on camera. Now, Sam actually also played the Wraith in this episode, the creature, and he also played the alien in episode 3, Not Alone. So he's had a lot of creature work, and so we thought we'd give him a part where he's not all geared up in makeup and costumes. And our lovely producer, Jordan Swenson, was the one spraying me with the fog, and so we thought it'd be funny to have the Count Spookula character freaking out about it. So some of the interiors of this episode were actually shot in the same house we shot Princess in. We shot in some of the different rooms, and so we kind of had to shoot the exterior of the house at a different location and then the interior at a second location. So got a little tricky, but I think we made it work, and that was a real egg that got splattered on the window. Alan Bradford was insistent upon that, and so he gave in, and it actually looked pretty good.
Mom? What? Did you piss off more trick-or-treaters?
No.
For some reason, young characters always use the term piss in all my episodes. I don't know what it is, but it's God's will. Hey, everyone see what I did there? Is that you? Oh, ooh, look what I did. I put the title in the movie. That's because I'm clever. I'm good like that. So I really wanted to make Jenny and Todd, the guy that Jenny's dating, I really wanted them to actually be characters in the episode in their own way, like almost like you know them even though you never see them. Especially Todd, who you never hear talk or anything, but everyone's right there just grossed out by him, so you can kind of get the idea of what kind of person Todd is. But I like that development between the friends in this episode. So our goal with this episode was to really up the production value and the visual style of the episode. We wanted it to be very smooth and very calm in terms of how it was lit. And I think for the most part we achieved that. I definitely think it's one of the prettier of the series in terms of just visuals and the color design and whatnot.
Mom?
And these scenes we actually reworked quite a few times. We had different pacing and some different ideas about how to have her go to the stairs and what she would see and what she would hear and everything. And it was actually kind of a point of moderate contention between Mike as we were trying to figure out how to perfect this sequence right here, because he felt the pacing was off, but I kind of liked it. And eventually he recut it in such a way that really made it spookier than I think it was before. The flow goes better, and he did a great job, especially with the editing he did on the creature in the scenes coming up here in the hallway. And as always, Alan does such a great job lighting these episodes. It really is his signature, his ability to make these look so beautiful and just well lit. And Jordan Swenson, he's the one who did the makeup on the creature and designed it from the ground up. He came up with the clothing and everything, and he basically just took an idea that I had about what I wanted it to look like and made it his own, and I could not have asked for a better looking creature. It really turned out great. Makeup took a long time for Sam too, so that was kind of fun to see him go through the whole process of transformation. And given that this was a shorter episode, I kind of wanted to embrace some of the horror cliches, like the phone ringing at the opportune moment and just things like that, and just have as much fun with it as I could. I oftentimes try to avoid certain things in movies that I do, but I really just wanted to have fun with this one and just go all out. The end sequence kind of took a while for us to perfect as well. We had a couple different ideas about how the creature would enter the room and what it would do, but in the end we went for the kind of the classic jump scare. And with how horrific the makeup looks right here, I thought that worked well. So I was actually privileged enough to be the one to drag Carly out of the room here. And obviously you can't tell, we practiced that several times, but and the ringtone that she has on her phone is actually a love song that I wrote with my band. So that's actually me singing. But the lyrics, "One Step Closer to You," I felt were pretty appropriate given the circumstance of what our heroine is facing here. So we just went for it. Originally, we were going to have like a Justin Bieber-ish kind of song in there, but figured why not. So there is episode 5. Alan Bradford did help me direct this one. He took over some of the sequences and helped me really smooth it out. He did a great job. And as usual, Randon's score just drives the thing home. Yeah, Carly and her mom Stephanie, two wonderful people to work with. I absolutely adore Stephanie and all the support and contributions she's given to the series. And Sadie, as always, does a really great job with title design, and she's really good with giving back and forth. We'll come up with some colors and things like that, and she'll kind of say, this will be better, and then it always is. She's got a really good eye for that kind of thing. And Parker, who helped on some of the other episodes, came back and did some sound design on this as well. Sound recording, I'm sorry. And yeah, there's a credit for Stephanie, and we did our makeup, so there is episode 5. Thank you for tuning in, and we have some big things coming up, so we'll see you guys soon.